Welcome to another episode of The Hard Count. I'm Mike Lowman, and I recently had a phenomenal interview with Ohio State Buckeye commit Benjamin Gosnell. Gosnell is a member of the 2022 class and currently stands at 6 foot 4 inches and 225 pounds. He's a four-star tight end recruit according to 247 Sports and attends East Surrey High School in North Carolina. As his film will show, one of Gosnell's best qualities is his strength, as it will often take as many as 3 to 4 defensemen to bring him down. Gosnell is also a great route runner, has great elusiveness, and is a terrific blocker as well. I'm going to talk a little about that and more on this episode. All right, everybody, here is Benjamin Gosnell. Hope you guys enjoy this one. So tell me a little bit about your high school program, East Surrey High School in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Tell me a little bit about it.
All right. Well, it's a real small town. There's only about 1,000, 1,200 people maybe here. It's a real small town, but it's a tight knit town really. About everyone knows everyone. Everyone that's playing in high school right now has been playing youth sports together ever since they were 7, 8, heck, even 5 or 6 when you're talking about baseball. Everyone knows each other. Everyone plays sports together. Everyone's parents hangs out together. It's a real small town, but it's also like there's a lot of really good athletes. We have 7 seniors. 7 seniors last year on our football team went to go play either Division I or Division II football this past year, and they're on their rosters now. So there's a lot. People might look at our town and think there's not a lot of talent. We have really small school, only about 550 people there, but about 500 of them are good, are athletic.
Yeah.
Good athletics. Real country town too. A lot of tractors and boots and everything like that too. So we kind of mix it up a little bit, but
yeah.
It's a great small town that.
Yeah, and so tell me about how your season outlook is going this year. Did they clear you guys to play at all for a season, or are you guys delayed, or what's that kind of look like?
We're as of right now. Well, we're delayed. We got delayed back in, I don't know, a couple months ago is when they came out and said we're going to be starting in February. So as of right now, we'll be starting in February. But our school is still doing things to get better. We're still having workouts on the field, catching balls. We're meeting with each other a lot, about every day almost, in the evenings to throw and catch and do some kind of drill and lift at each other's houses if they have a weight room. But so we're all trying to find ways to stay in shape, get better, whether it just be running down the street or running at the track. But as of right now, football will start about February 6th is first practice, and first official game time will be about February 26th.
Yeah, and to get into your recruiting a little bit here, you are probably one of the most heavily recruited, heavily noticed people that I've had on this show. I've had a couple other kids that have piled up some serious Power 5 offers, but I mean, I'm seeing Ohio State, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia Tech, Louisville, East Carolina, Duke, NC State, Nebraska, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Penn State, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia Tech, West Virginia. And you're only a junior right now, your class of 2022. And
right.
Obviously, I've seen that your huddle has accumulated some serious views here. You're 6'4", 220 pounds. It has you listed here. You're a tight end and outside linebacker, and everything on here kind of speaks for itself. You've had some serious kind of recognition here. But tell me about how that you've personally developed, I would say, either mentally or physically through your high school program, and how your coaches have gone about developing you as a football player.
Mentally, I've come along. I feel like myself, I've come a long way. Well, I'll get to that in a second. But physically, we have a great staff, great strength staff. Our strength coach knows everything from chiropractic to therapeutics to physical therapy. He's really smart. If we're sore in the back, he'll fix us up, neck, anywhere. So they're really we do have our school and our program does a really good job of keeping us healthy and keeping us, but also getting us stronger and knowing how to teach the right things and stuff like that. But with the mental aspect of it, when I was a freshman, I know I'm gonna admit this on the podcast or whatever, but I was kind of a punk. So I wasn't like I let my height and stuff get the best of me. Like I always thought I was just gonna be better than everybody else because I was taller. I had grown up, did better, and I kind of had that little punk mentality. But about a year ago, when I got my first offer, I realized I was like, okay, this stuff is real. And when I'd go to college visits, I'd be like, I'm so much smaller. I mean, like the real world just kind of smacked me in the face. And I kind of told myself, you need to step your game up, like not one level, but about 12. So that's when I really started to put in the work all season, or off the field, in the weight room, and nobody was looking at me. 10:30 p.m. and nobody was watching. 6 a.m. and nobody's even awake yet. So that's kind of when I really started to realize I need to step my game up, and I need to quit having that entitled mindset or whatever.
Right, right. And kind of going off of that, obviously, talking about mental development, and I think that's kind of a huge, huge development, particularly with personality. But
Yeah. Sure.
how did you kind of go about balancing sports and academics? Has there been a change at all? Have you kind of been a sway with academics? Have you been kind of taking it more seriously, or have you always taken it seriously, or is there a specific way that you go about balancing it? Tell me a little about that.
Before all this stuff happened, I took it serious in the classroom. I'm a serious dude. No matter what, if we're having a lacrosse, whether it be a state championship in football or a lacrosse tournament at the local club, I'm gonna compete, and I'm gonna try to beat the best at everything I can be, and try to beat everyone out. So I always take school seriously. I always take everything serious: homework, papers, reading. If I have to read another paragraph again just to understand it again, I will. I won't just think I understand it and mess up. But no, I've always competed, and with all this other stuff going on too, it's harder to find motivation to go to school because you're at home, you have all these other things around you, and not someone breathing down your neck to get it done. But I definitely say that's kind of harder, just to get yourself to get up and do it. But I've tried, but I'm trying, and I'm gonna try to do better each and every day to work out my schedule and the timing. Like it's kind of difficult to get your timing set up because you want to do these things with your buddies, but you also know you got a paper in the back of your mind saying, okay, you need to do this. So it goes back to that mental strengthening where you really need to get your priorities straight and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm kind of like that as a college student, so I can totally relate. But I want to ask you this in particular: when you look at your mom and dad and your parents and your family members, who has kind of influenced you? Would you say? How have they influenced you?
I would probably say my one of my older brothers, Steven. He's actually at Carolina right now. He's a receiver there. He enrolled back in January.
Right, right.
He kind of helped me step my game up. He ever since about 7th or 8th grade, he brought me out to the field one day to work with him for football, and ever since then I kind of fell in love with the grind. I would give a lot of credit to him for helping me out and helping me realize, like, I'd always loved football, but I don't know if I'd ever really I never had like the dream and vision of being a college football player until he brought me out on that field, and I realized this grind is tough and it's not for everyone, but it's for me, and I really like doing it, and it's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Really, I want to be around football and everything like that. So I would say him.
That's very, very cool. And so when you look at yourself in the next couple of years, 2, 3, 4 years of your life, 5 years of your life, do you see yourself playing professionally in the NFL? Do you see yourself kind of going to a D1 program and kind of ending it there? Where do you kind of see yourself in that regard?
I see myself. I'm a big believer in self-vision, self-talk. What you imagine, what you put yourself to, what you work towards is that's where you're going to end up. So I'm really working hard and visualizing myself being in the NFL. So that's the end goal. Obviously, NFL season's not for long, so I'm gonna have a plan B. Always gonna be working, and that in 5 years, I'm 5, 6, 7, whatever it may be. I'm gonna be hoping to catching balls from whoever.
And that's very, very cool. And I kind of ask this question all the time, sometimes just to kind of get an idea of where people want to play and kind of just for fun. But if you were to get drafted by an NFL team, what would be your preferred team to get drafted by?
Good question. I love the Patriots, and I'd say probably the Patriots. I'm a big Patriots fan. I'm a big Gronk fan. I love Gronk. Yeah, it would be the Patriots because I love the cold. I love what they do. with the tight ends. Their schemes are awesome, and they're just my favorite too. Yeah, definitely Patriots.
All right, everyone, that was Benjamin Gosnell out of East Surrey High School in North Carolina. If you'd like to contact Benjamin, his Twitter account is at GosnellBenjamin, and I'll be sure to put his huddle link and highlights below as well at the attachment at the bottom of the video. Once again, huge congratulations on his commitment as of this episode's release to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Hope he does well over there. I think he'll be a phenomenal tight end and athlete for them, great overall athlete, and great kid to talk to as well. All right, and if you want to go ahead and contact me, my Twitter account is at Imami Michael, and my Facebook account is at The Hard Count with Michael Imami. Be sure to check that out or have your parents check that out. Also, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. That'd be much appreciated. And also, my relatively new Instagram page is at The Hard Count with Michael Imami. Be sure to follow that and check that out as well. That'd be much appreciated. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. This has been The Hard Count. Do you have what it takes to go D1?